Today I thought I would do some essential scripting um, because sometimes there's things that I may dwell on and may even think about and feel that I don't know, maybe some sort of guilt or so. But anyways, or something, I don't know, partly do I feel I need to be a little apologetic about or so. And so today's scripting is on about what happened maybe over 3 weeks ago or so. And this was like 3 weeks ago, right? And so, okay, so what happened over 3 weeks ago? I was going to go pick up a dog, and I somewhat was already having a bad morning. And it's something, wasn't intentionally going to take out on anybody, and it wasn't really that. I mean, and luckily the bad, the feeling didn't last long or so. I mean, after some things got resolved. Anyways, this was separate from the, somewhat of a bad episode I was already like having, but this is separate from that. Anyways, I was just going to go pick up a dog, and there was a side I was parking on and it was street cleaning for that day, and it was just like an hour before the street cleaning, and I was just going to go pick up a dog. I was going to be there no more than 5 minutes. I saw a person walking their dog, right? I think I may have conversed with this person at least once. And in a light and cheerful way, while I was still having some, sad, deep moments in me beforehand, I was putting that aside in a cheerful way to this person, and maybe they didn't hear me at first. And I didn't expect them to. Maybe they were just focused on their walk, or maybe over something else that was going on in their mind. Anyways, I said, I'm just picking somebody up. And she said, it's street cleaning. And I said, I know, I'm aware of that. And she says, you'll get a ticket. I said, and then after like the third detail that she was giving, and she was just being helpful and just letting me know, right? And I knew, I was aware of the street cleaning, but then after she said that, they said that, I'm trying to keep it gender neutral here. It doesn't matter, how I say it. I mean, this person isn't gonna catch me or report me or anything. Anyways, after I said that, I said, well, I wasn't trying to give any attitude, but then I ended up giving attitude, just like saying, yes, I know it's street cleaning. I'm trying to just pick somebody up. I'm not going to be here no more than 5 minutes. It's just, well, okay, you don't have to give me attitude. Like, I'm not trying to give you attitude. You keep repeating yourself. It's like, and so then she kept arguing back, and then I just ragingly went back into my car until she fucking went away. And so I kind of was just, huffing and puffing. Yes, I want to say relaxed and not calm. I know I'm being ridiculous there, but I was huffing and puffing. I even honked my horn just for a minute, and then she turned back around. I'm startled, and I don't blame her for being startled. I really wasn't intentionally trying to honk at her, but I was just trying to somehow say enough's enough, and I was saying, please go away. Let me settle down here before I have to go in and pick up this dog. So she just stood and paused there after the slight honk I made, and believe me, it wasn't my intention to do so. I was just upset. And then she eventually continued to walk with her dog, which looked like a little Yorkie to me. And poor dog, I certainly wasn't trying to startle the dog. It was her that I was having the encounter with. At this point, I just wish she should have just minded her own business and just kept going. And don't worry about why I was parking there for a second or so. I know, and I know, I'm aware parking tickets are expensive. They are, right? I've gotten one before, and hasn't been very, very often at all. And if that's the worst case that happens, then so be it. I mean, I have family and friends that would be willing to help, you know, if they, offered, and that's fine. I mean, I could pay for it myself. I can, but if there was a little contribution they wanted to make toward, that's fine, right? I wouldn't even ask for it, right? But if they offered, I'd say yes. So anyways, finally, all right, I'll just say I cool off. I do. I cool off in my car, not worried about the nosy person who was just trying to let me know about the street cleaning, right? I mean, technically that wasn't anything she was trying to do wrong. However, I just felt it was too repetitive and it annoyed me. So I go in to pick up the dog, the pet, and then I bring the pet back out, and I notice the individual with her dog is farther down the street. And then I notice that she turns and looks at me again, just like, I'm sure, what the hell's wrong with her? Kind of meaning me. But I think she saw, somehow, hopefully she saw from afar that I went back into my car with this dog, and then I drove off. I took off. I wasn't going to stay there. I was not going to stay on the side of the street that had that cleaning, so maybe she got it. Maybe it clicked into her saying, oh, okay, she wasn't going to stay there like she said. So anyways, that happened over a few weeks ago, and I'm thinking in my mind and I'm having a lot of paranoia. That's just what happens, right? And so now the scripting, I titled it, okay, about the individual I snapped at when I was only going to pick up a dog way before the street cleaning would have happened, right? So how I will do the scripting, and there's no right or wrong way to do this, but scripting usually helps with, especially with OCD symptoms or any other related anxiety issues. And it's suggested to do, but also I think I'm just wanting to, just to get it off my chest finally, and just let it roll off my shoulder, one ear out the other. So yeah. Anyways, there's that. Somehow I may contribute the downward arrow technique with it. So maybe I'll do that. Downward arrow. Arrowing. So, anyways. All right. What's my biggest fear out of this? Like, I think my biggest fear, or what, is the biggest anxiety out of all of this. Anxiety is, if I happen to see her again, if, seeing, oh, okay, I have a few things here. Seeing this individual again, and her confronting me about the episode. And or even telling my clients about it. My dog clients. I might even share this next week with my anxiety group, Exposure for Anxiety, because I take that every week. I know I've said that already, but just something I'm still active in, and I think maybe they'll be cool to hear about all this. My dog's clients about it. If she even knows my clients. If she even knows them. So, oh yeah, and just maybe out of courtesy, what I'm doing here, this exercise, I can give a little link to what this downward arrow technique is, because, you know, I didn't make this up. I didn't create this exercise, but it's one that I use every now and then that can be helpful, you know, if I choose to ease the anxiety even more. But all right, my anxiety is I'll eventually see this individual again, and the fact that she might recognize me and maybe even say, I don't know, maybe even say, hi, how are you? And, you know, by the way, I'm not sure what happened. You know, I was just, I don't know why you snapped at me, or, you know, kind of got me an attitude. Like, and see, that where that would lead to is that pretty much what I would say is that, look, hey there, I do remember you. And look, I intentionally, normally, usually not like that. I'm not. However, I thought, you know, I mentioned to you, even though you were just walking by, that I was just going in to get somebody, or I was just going in to get a dog, and yet, you know, you still had the urge to say it's street cleaning, you'll get a ticket, which I was very aware of. And so that's, you know, and I didn't mean to get an attitude. I wasn't trying to. See, I feel part of me doesn't feel like I need to apologize. And that's where apologetic, I mean, that's the, I don't want, and then there's the should statements or so, right? I don't want to throw that in, but do I feel I need to apologize to this person? I mean, feeling like I don't know. Maybe this individual probably has already forgotten about the scenario, right? Maybe she hasn't, but who knows? It might still be on her mind. She may just suddenly want to see me and just say, look, I didn't like how you were like that. And then part of me is going to be like, again, lady, I wasn't trying to get an attitude with you. Somebody, never mind. I wasn't. Then part of me will just still want to be confrontive and argue, you know, only because she brought it up. Look, I wasn't trying to get an attitude with you. I just was trying to pick somebody up. I was aware of the street cleaning, and I know you were just being helpful, but at the same time, I felt that, I don't know, it annoyed me. I'm sorry, but it did. So, and who knows, maybe she's like, okay, well, I then maybe if this person noticed, I noticed that you were driving off with this dog, so I didn't realize, and maybe I heard you say it, I forgot, and I'm sorry that I annoyed you about it. So maybe, again, this may not even happen. This may not even occur. It's just a fear that it may happen. It's my fear. It's my anxiety. So, and also, what if? And here's the what if. See, I'm feeling better now as I'm scripting this and talking to you about it. What if she knows my clients and tells them about it? And what if my clients, I don't know, confront me about it? Maybe they won't. Maybe that they don't have no idea what happened. They probably don't even know this person. Maybe she's a distant neighbor, maybe. But some apparently she is some kind of neighbor, you know, that, you know, is walking her dog as well, and was aware of the street cleaning and has for a long time. You know, probably is lived there for quite some time. Anyways, but now say apologetic. What if, you know, neighbor? What if clients may confront me about it, and I just become disagreeable with them, not wanting to talk about it, saying, look, I generally not like that for no reason to anyone, but part of me feels I don't feel I need to apologize to this person. Maybe that isn't it. Maybe they'll say, oh no, you don't have to apologize. We were just wondering what happened. And I think them knowing me, my clients would know me more than this neighbor, and say, well, you know what, this girl, meaning me, actually, she takes care of our dog every week, and she just comes up to pick her up, and we told her that she's welcome to stay at our place as well. But I think in this case, she was just picking up the dog. She wasn't going to stay there during the street cleaning and get a ticket. So, thing is, I think one resolution of mine, and I usually don't give away resolutions until, I don't know, I feel the result is showing, maybe, that I feel, okay, I can share this. That to be more assertive in some ways, and also and no matter what kind of day I'm having, I mean, I certainly wasn't taking my bad morning off. The reason I got an attitude with this person, I said it already. I know, I said it. I'm repeating. And I'm taking breaths. I'm taking deep breaths, I promise. But, it's because I think she got too repetitive and somehow maybe a little nosy. And I just wanted to be left alone. I did. So it wasn't a matter of me taking my bad morning off on her. No, it was because I felt I was sensing some, I don't know, bothering that she was trying to do towards me. Otherwise, I don't know, this individual, this neighbor of my dog that, I pick up in that neighborhood every week, who knows? This may not even occur to her. I don't know her that well. Again, I've spoken to her maybe once or twice before this incident. She's probably not thinking about it anymore, right? I'm probably worrying for nothing. Again, that's what this thing I'm doing here, it's like, so I probably don't have to go on about this. I pretty much explained it. Hell, I could have done this live. But what's the true evidence of this neighbor possibly, I don't know, tattling on me, snitching, or like nothing? I mean, I didn't cause any real harm in being upset and annoyed at her. I just went to my car. I really, for all she knew, my hand slipped and honked my horn by mistake. Somehow, though, in a way, I sort of was honking at her just to go away and leave me alone. And I know that isn't really right. It isn't. Part of me felt, okay, that wasn't right. I was upset and angry. Sure, I could have not honked my horn, but also I didn't mean any actual harm towards her. I had no intentional, threat toward her whatsoever. I just, wanted them to go away. And yeah, this person had a dog. I'm thinking, I almost felt like I was heartless, doing that. But what's important now is that it's over, right? So in a way, I'm like, so what? I got upset at this person who's thought she was just helping me, but I think she might have overdid it a bit. So I think that's just what I'll leave it at. Will I ever bump into this person again? Who knows? I could, yeah. But maybe they won't recognize me. Maybe, without building too much of a story of this, and, sure, I would rather spend more of my time and energy on something more positive. And I will. I will spend my time and energy on things a bit more positive. But, anybody with OCD and anxiety, and also co-occurring neurotypes like autism, does understand that these things just occur, these events occur, and it takes me and them more extra effort, more than it really ought to. But it's just going to take more effort to desensitize and just solve this problem. So anyway, I just thought I'd come on and share that today, and it does feel better that I did so. It has been on my mind since then or so. So anyways, that's my scripting for today, and Happy New Year, and best wishes to everybody.